Dion Zabaneh and his 76-year-old mother, Primrose Gabriel, were hauled back before Senior Magistrate Aretta Ford for the third time today. The Department of the Environment brought another raft of charges against them after being forced to withdraw the first set of charges, which had multiple defects. This time there was a wrinkle. There was a new charge for failure to obey an oral request. Prior, it was just failure to obey a written enforcement notice. All his in relation to parcel 4670 in Buttonwood Bay, over an acre of land which happens to be in the sea. Zabaneh almost completely filled it up, continuing after the DEO served him with a stop order. Today, though, before the new charges could proceed, the department faced a preliminary objection from Zabaneh and Gabriel's attorney, Emil Arguelles. He claimed that it was an abuse of process, that his clients were being brought back for charges that had already been withdrawn without explanation. Here are two sides of the dispute.
The prosecutor's argument in court was that he screwed up so much and so badly that it was as if nothing occurred the first few times, and therefore he should be given another bite at prosecution now. We argued that the prosecution ought to know what it's to do. What's worse is that we were ready to proceed and the magistrate was too. Our argument was that commencement of a proceeding starts when a person pleads guilty or not guilty, which my clients clearly did, and that the withdrawal of the matter ended those proceedings at that point. To bring it again is abusive. This is like the 30th charge against these two. The worst part is, as I pointed out, was that this is a joke where you have the government saying that they have acquired this property, they own it, yet you have here the prosecution representing the government saying that the government does not own the land. Ms. Primrose owns the land, hence she's brought today to court for entirely new charges as an owner of the land. I have simply told the court that the prosecution, government's left hand should huddle with government's right hand and figure out what front and what argument they intend to take in this matter.
You commence an activity without environmental clearance. And there is no if ands or buts about that. You start something without getting the requisite permits.
The defense attorney for the accused persons is saying that this is abuse. You are trying to take a third bite at the cherry.
Okay. From what has happened, the first time we appeared before court, this is one of these situations where you always hear people go to court and things get struck out on technicalities. This is what they try to do, because clear as day, the offenses were committed. Everybody sees it. So now what we are arguing and what had happened previously was that on the first occasion when we were before the court, when there were issues insofar as the documents that were tendered submitted, now the department withdrew that. That was understood. We came back again, we had summoned them, but nothing happened on that occasion. And now, really and truly, this today, that is second time, really, they have been brought before the court. And so today now, there is this argument insofar as double jeopardy, that they were previously bought, a plea was taken, and that now we cannot bring the same charges again. And so today was essentially about hearing arguments on both sides as to whether they are right that the charges should not be brought again or that the charges can be brought again.
Okay, but clearly, I have to say, the ineptitude of the department in bringing charges. Sir, if a poor man or a poor woman stole a happy cow from Belize, they would have already been fined $1,000. The alleged offenses were caught on camera, were captured over time. And you mean the DOE can't simply just bring a charge? You didn't even have the correct parcel number, Japan.
there were typos, really and truly, I mean typos, insofar as the parcel number 4670. But again, the thing is, nobody knows perfect rules, and everybody knows this. That one learning curve, and these are some of the first cases where we really say DOE, they take the helm now and they start to prosecute environmental offenses. That the fundamental, the core concept where they embody that we are prosecute to the fullest ability. And we, as much as possible, not make anybody get off on a technicality.
You all are accusing Ms. Primrose Gabriel of violating the law on a parcel which is not her land. You all, the government, as you just underscored in court, acquired it in a Gazette notice of November 2006.
All of the things come to light only recently. You know, really and truly, only what 3-4 weeks ago, at best, that there are things arose in so far as the acquisition. Somebody charges they made it found January.
Magistrate Ford will give a decision on the preliminary objection on April 2nd.